Good day, dental professionals. Welcome to the Dental Flow podcast. We are dentistry's go-to resource for insights into the business side of dentistry. Your host, Benjamin Suggs, will be helping you navigate through the currents of the ever-changing dental waters. This podcast is packed with innovative practice growth strategies, actionable insights, and expert advice, all tailored to help you elevate your dental practice to the next level. If you're ready to dive in, so are we. Let's get into the flow.
Hello. Welcome back to the Dental Flow podcast. I am your host, Benjamin Suggs, as always. And it is a beautiful sunny day here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm inside right now, so I'm not out there enjoying that sunshine, but I hope to be out there in the next couple hours or so. I bring that up only because we've had a slew of rainy, cold, wet days. So it's nice to see the sun shining again. I hope wherever you are right now, you're seeing sunshine as well. I'm going to jump in now and talk about today's topic, which is how dental practices and dentists can successfully use YouTube to promote their practice. I'm sure everybody out there knows what YouTube is. I think everybody's probably watched YouTube at some point, but if you're not familiar with it, YouTube is basically a very large content platform where both people and businesses can go on and upload their own video content that is then shared with the world. So we're going to talk a little bit about why we want to be on YouTube as a dental practice, and then we'll talk about how a dental practice can leverage YouTube. So I'll jump right in. First and foremost, why? Why YouTube? So a few years ago, YouTube was purchased by Google, and Google did a pretty big focus on making the channel more of a search engine, much like Google is. So a couple of things happened is YouTube became a channel where a lot more people went and searched for information, similar to Google. Like you would go, instead of going to Google, searching for, how much are dental implants and getting web pages to read. In this case, you go to YouTube and you say, how much are dental implants? And you find video content about that. A lot of people just prefer to digest video content rather than read. And that's becoming more and more true as more and more people are using mobile devices to search the internet. So on a big, nice desktop computer screen, it's easier to read. But when you're looking at a mobile device, a lot of people would just prefer to watch a video versus reading a bunch of content on their phone. So Google put that focus behind it. The other big thing they did, two other big things is, one, they integrated YouTube ads into their Google Ads platform. So we'll talk more about that in a second. The other big thing, though, is that they started promoting more and more of this video content in their own Google search results. So it became more and more valuable to have video content on YouTube that was then searchable in Google results. Now, the reason for that is because everybody in the world was out there creating web pages and creating content and trying to get ranked for their web content, but not as many people were utilizing YouTube videos to get ranked. So those people that did start doing that saw better results. And the good news is YouTube, as much as it's used, it's still full of opportunity. So let me tell you a few stats that kind of blew me away, honestly. But first one is YouTube has 2.5 billion users, making up almost 1/3 of the entire internet. Think about that. 2.5 billion people are consistently using YouTube to consume content. That's almost 1/3 of the entire internet. That's massive. Next one, on mobile devices alone, in an average week, YouTube reaches more adults 18 plus years old during prime time than cable network does. And what that means is more people are choosing to consume shows, content, information from their mobile phone in the evening than are actually watching cable networks. That's crazy. I mean, that is crazy. That is why you've seen YouTube integrate YouTube TV. They've integrated, you can rent movies on there, all the stuff that they're doing, because they know they have so many eyes on their channel. They want to try and bring in as many things as they can. Another big statistic, 68% of YouTube users watched YouTube to help make a purchase decision. decision. So what does that mean? So that those people who do generally go or consistently go to YouTube, there 68% of them are actually going there before they make a purchase decision. So if they want to buy a new dog collar, they're going to YouTube to watch videos about it. If they want to buy a lawnmower, they're going to YouTube to watch videos about it. If they're interested in cosmetic veneers, they're going to YouTube to get information about it, to consume video content, to educate themselves about what those things are. So that begs the big question, how can we, as dental practices, now use this channel successfully? So let's talk about the big prerequisite here, is that you actually have to have video content. We work with a lot of dental practices that do not have any video content, and that's okay, but you're definitely better off if you do. And I would even recommend, like some of our clients even have a monthly video content creation process. So the majority, honestly, are more annual, meaning that maybe once or maybe every year or every 2 years, they'll bring in a videographer and they will create some video content that can be used on their website and other marketing channels. But we do have some that actually have someone come in every month and create video content that can then be distributed across all the networks that they're on. And those networks are Facebook, Instagram, their website, their YouTube channel, all these places where that content can be pushed out onto the eyes of consumers. So first and foremost, you need to have a plan in your practice to start creating video content. It could be annual, could be monthly, but you've got to start somewhere. I know a lot of our clients who are dentists are not necessarily very eager to put themselves on camera. A lot of people aren't. I used to be that way too. I used to not want to put myself on camera. Now I feel like I do it every day. But even if you don't want to do it, there are people in your practice that will. So while I think that you absolutely should do it as the dentist, you should be on camera. If you're completely not comfortable with it, then task that to some other people in your practice, like your hygienists, your assistants, your front desk folks, just to start getting some content out there. And maybe you're not comfortable being by yourself on camera, so get them to come in with you and help you out as well. But the key is to start creating content and start now. So there's a couple of different form videos that are successful on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and those are long versus short form. So long form videos, typically over 1 minute. It's typically going to be horizontally framed, and it can be a little bit more in-depth about something about your practice. It could be the doctor talking about their process for implants, could be the front desk or payment coordinator talking about all the insurances you take, could be anything that's educational to patient base. Short form videos are less than a minute and are much more geared towards that crowd that likes to look at TikTok and likes to look at Instagram for those reels and short form videos. So those are very successful though, because honestly, a lot of people don't want to spend a minute and a half watching a video about dentistry. If they're just going to educate themselves, then absolutely they'll watch that video. But if we're advertising to them, they don't necessarily want to watch a minute and a half video. They want to watch something that's more short form, just a quick burst of content to get their attention. So a lot of times what we'll do, and what dentist clients can do as well, is create a long form video and then cut it up into short form, meaning short form reels. We do that with this podcast. If we have a long, every time we put out a 10-minute or 20-minute or 30-minute podcast, we actually take out segments of it and create shorts from pieces of the podcast. And we put that stuff out there on our social media, YouTube, all those places. So think about that long versus short-term content and really focus on both for your practice. Next, make it fun, make it relevant, make it engaging. So fun, people don't want to watch boring videos. You've got to do something to make it a little bit fun to grab people's attention. When you're running ads specifically, or even just, let's say you're creating a video about dental veneers and you want to be found when people search for dental veneers on YouTube or Google, well, you need to make that video about dental veneers. Don't go off on tangents about other things. Make it about the topic at hand. It'll be ranked higher and it'll be more relevant to the people watching it. They'll watch the whole thing. So keep the videos relevant, make them fun, and make them engaging. Engaging just means, giving them maybe a call to action at the end. Hey, if you're interested in dental veneers, call our practice and schedule a free consultation. Make it engaging so that people think you're speaking directly to them through that camera. Those are the types of things that people are going to react to. Next, client testimonials. These are awesome. There's definitely a lot of research now that says that people who just read, for example, reviews online don't really trust them as much as they used to. Like if they just see, a bunch of 5-star reviews, they're like, who are these people? They're still very critical, don't get me wrong, but they're losing a little bit of trust in those reviews. But if you have a video of one of your patients talking about your practice and how great you were and what you did to change their life with their new veneers or the new implants or whatever it is, that's going to be very, very powerful to a potential patient watching. And those client testimonials can make strong ads. They can make great videos to put on your website for social proof. And they also can make great videos just to put on YouTube relevant to search terms people are searching. If you would like, email us. We have ideas that we share with our clients that they can have someone come in and start shooting for them. Send us an email to info@newpatientsflow.com and we can send you that list as well. Okay, so let's talk about how we use that content now that you've created it on YouTube. So there's organic content and then there's the ads. So organic content is really just posting stuff up on your YouTube page. And when you do that, they have a tab that will be your long form videos, and then they have a tab that will be your short form videos. You can categorize these as well to be different things. So like maybe you have a category for cosmetic dentistry and you have all your cosmetic dentistry videos under that. Same for dental implants, same for general, same for family, all that stuff. But the idea here is really you just need to be creating content and posting it. With Google, people who really have success on YouTube will tell you that it took some time building up to that success, meaning that they had to continuously create content and post it so that YouTube saw that they were creating good content, but also consistently posting it over time. And therefore, YouTube said, okay, let's start showing this content to more people because it's good quality and consistent and it keeps coming. So if you keep creating content and keep putting it out there, put it up on your YouTube channel, then go and link it back to your website. Generally, every time we post a client's long form video on YouTube, we'll go to their website and create a blog post for that video as well. You can also just have those videos interspersed throughout your website. So if you're talking about veneers, have it on your veneers page. If it's client testimonials, have it on your reviews page. I would even put those client testimonial videos interspersed throughout the website everywhere so people can see them. But put them back on your website, keep creating that content, keep using it. Now, we can also run ads with your video content. And again, like I said before, Google owns YouTube. So you run YouTube ads through Google Ads. So Google Ads, you can run search type of things we do where every time someone types in the word, your ad pops up in front of them. They get information about your product. Now you can actually run those ads on YouTube as well. So YouTube gives you a ton of targeting opportunities on their channel to run those ads. What we mostly recommend, and there's different types, but the general starting point for your YouTube ads should be skippable ads. So skippable ads are those ads that pop up when you go to YouTube to watch a video. So let's say you go to YouTube and you boating or, fishing, boating, yachts, whatever. And you want to watch videos about people selling yachts. Let's use that example. Well, we can show an ad that pops up before that for a dental practice. And it's skippable, meaning that after a certain number of seconds, usually 5 or so, that person can then choose to skip that ad or continue watching it. Now, how long they continue watching it is what we call a view-through rate. So view-through rate, what we generally have seen is about 42%, meaning 42% of people who see those ads will actually view it until the end. Now, if it's a minute and a half ad or 2-minute ad, your view-through rate is going to go way down. Not many people are going to watch all that. But it's a YouTube short, meaning it's 30 seconds, more people are going to watch it because they're going to take 30 seconds out of their time to watch that ad. So we try to target those ads based on a bunch of different things. We can use demographic targeting. So we can say only women 40 to 65. We want to see these ads. We can targeting around their interests, the type of stuff that they are interested in on YouTube. So if they're really into health and beauty and fitness and wellness, maybe a cosmetic ad is a perfect thing to show that type of person, because clearly they are very focused on their appearance. So we want to show them ads about how veneers can change your life. We can show ads to audiences that we build, meaning that we can build an audience from people who visit certain websites. We can build an audience from people who have visited your website, people have seen your YouTube channel. So it's almost like a retargeting thing at that. And we can even search by keywords. So we can say anytime these keywords are typed in, we would like our ad to show. So that way, when that person gets their YouTube video results, at the top, there's going to be a sponsored video from your practice that they can watch. In order to hit all those spots, the skippable ad and then the ads that actually show up on results, we have to put out different formats. And I'm not going to get too technical with that, but you need to put up, if you have a short, you generally want to put it up as a vertical and a horizontal so that it can show in all these different places on you. And then you actually do have placements. You can say you want your ads to show. So is it just on YouTube? Or do you want them to show on TV screens, mobile screens? Generally for us, we don't like our ads for clients to show on TV screens because there's no real action that person can take. They can't click the learn more button to go to that dental website. So you can run ads for different services if you have different video content for each service. And then you can have those clicks go back to the page on your website that's a landing page built to kind of convert these people who have showed up. So those are the different ways we can use your YouTube video content to run ads and to get organic search traffic to your site. And we have found that using YouTube ads through Google Ads is very effective at brand building, for sure. It'll get your name out there big time. And we've even had clients who were in smaller such towns that we've run YouTube ads for, and they've told us that people recognize them when they go to a Starbucks. Like they walk into Starbucks and people are like, oh yeah, I've seen you're the dentist in town. I've seen your videos. It's great and very cost effective. It's not that expensive at all to build your brand in your area. But we can also have success with direct response. We're just trying to get hey, we have a free consultation, teeth whitening, a free consultation for veneers, whatever it is. It's a great way to get a very broad audience to exposure to what you're selling, your offer. Now, it is a little different in a lot of senses than Google, because unless they search for that service, we're showing it to them kind of interrupting their day, but that's okay. That's great for brand building. But if they are actually searching for that service and that video pops up, that is very much a good, solid, high intent person to get to your website. Okay. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, I would encourage you, really look into utilizing YouTube going forward. The step one, of course, is you got to have some video content. And I'm telling you, video content is becoming more and more crucial overall as we move into 2025. It's great for users who like to consume video content. It's great for the app that we can get our message through in a different way versus trying to have somebody read a bunch of text on a page. So
thank you for joining us for this Dental Flow podcast episode. If you enjoyed today's discussion and wish to stay updated on future episodes, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with colleagues and friends. For more insights and discussions on dental marketing, we encourage you to continue riding the Dental Flow wave and tune into the next episode. Keep on smiling, learning, and flowing with the Dental Flow podcast.